I'm Robert Kirkman, co-creator and writer of the series Invincible. I'd been reading superhero comics pretty much all my life. You know, when I was a kid, like I loved reading books about kids that were kind of my age, and so I thought, you know, this might be the time to like do another teen superhero, somebody that has a father and goes to school and has those kind of responsibilities. I thought that would be kind of a fun thing to do. When I was kicking around the ideas with Cory, you know, it was, what if Superman had a kid, and what came from that, and what's it like growing up with a father that's Superman? Well, what if you subvert that? Like, what if on top of that there was this twist where he was actually a bad guy, and Mark, who grew up idolizing him, would have to fight him. Invincible was fairly early on in my career. I came up with the idea with Cory Walker.
We were offered the opportunity to do a Super Patriot book at Image. And after we did that, we found out that Image was preparing to do a line of superhero books.
So we kind of rolled our sleeves up and decided, you know, what do we love about superheroes?
Unlike other superhero books, it feels like the stakes are real. I don't know, I just like that it's real. There are real consequences to actions.
I mean, part of the charm, I think, of Invincible was that the extraordinary was treated as mundane. And so, you know, when he tells his parents in the first issue that he has powers, they're like, that's great, pass the potatoes. Like, it's not a big deal. Their father's a superhero, there are superheroes all over the world. You know, if it was anything unique, if there wasn't a lot of superheroes and Invincible's existence was a big deal, it would be a much different comic, and to a certain extent, the story would be about that. And to me, that's not interesting. The story to me was his relationship with his mom, his relationship with his father, his relationship with his friends. And I wanted the world to be like already established and already existing, so that you could focus on those things without really having to build the world too much. Yeah, Cory was living with me at the time.
Yeah, I slept on the floor in the studio that we worked in for 9 or 10 months. I was rolling out my little foam pad every night.
It took a long time to get to Invincible, just because we had the basic idea for the concept, but we didn't know what to call it. There was a time when I thought I could get away with calling Nolan Supraman instead of Omni-Man. Invincible was
Kid Cosmic.
Kid Cosmic. And then when he shot down Kid Cosmic and I was upset, we decided to call him Bulletproof. We even pitched it to Image as Bulletproof. And then when we decided to change the costume, I was like, you know, if he had a better name, maybe the name would give us an idea for a better costume. And it was a pretty quick hop, skip, and a jump from Bulletproof to Invincible, because if you're bulletproof, you're kind of invincible, right? But yeah, and then that helped Cory come up with the eye design that would be the centerpiece of his costume. And then we put Bulletproof in the book, because nothing goes to waste. Cory is always really good at avoiding cliches. And there's a lot of cases where he'll be like, this character's not gonna do that, right? And I'll be like, of course not. Yeah, but I think you named Adam Eve, you had the character design for Adam Eve. I just came in and it was like, oh yeah, here's Adam Eve. And I was like, oh, solid gold, sweet, this is awesome. And then Robot Boy, I was like, just get rid of the boy. It's terrible.
Yeah, Robot Boy is still better than Kid Cosmic. So.
Oh. Ryan was actually brought in to do issue 8 as a fill-in issue. And then over the course of him working on that issue, Cory had decided monthly books just aren't for me.
I was posting a bunch of stuff online on a pencil jack, and I would post my webcomic, and then I would post just random things, and he saw that work, and he sent me the script for issue 8, and then sent me the issues, and I read it, and I was like, this stuff is really fun, really cool stuff. So I did issue 8, and I did it really fast, pencils and inks, in like 2 weeks. So he asked me to stay on board.
You know, Ryan's contribution to the story is kind of twofold. There's always a ghost version of Ryan in the back of my head whenever I'm writing, going, I don't want to draw that. You know? What were Ryan like? He's punching a guy in the face. What if he's punching a guy through the face? Yes, Ryan will like that. That'll be great. Also, there's a lot of work done on the pages themselves where Ryan will just change fight scenes quite a bit sometimes and make them a little bit more exciting and more interesting. And then I have to come in and take all the credit.
When I'm drawing, I have a Kirkman ghost.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's just like, what is he gonna expect from this page?
My favorite thing in a script is to end a panel description with, make this the best panel you've ever drawn.
Yep, me and Cory had that conversation. Make it awesome.
Make it awesome.
And it helps.
And it does. I tell you, people give me crap about it, but Ryan, he'll admit, like, I read that and then I'm like, oh crap.
Awesome, okay.
I really have to pull out all the stops for this.
Yep.
So then I started doing it at the end of every panel description, on every script, for every artist.
He doesn't do it, it's like garbage.
Invincible was always the book that I wanted to do for many, many, many years, and then pass along to another creative team. As things continued year after year after year, like a story started emerging in my head that had a beginning, middle, and an end. And I started to realize that Invincible's been playing against type since the very beginning. Every single time we play with a superhero trope, we always do the thing that you're not expecting. Making fun of reboots and not doing it, and having a legacy character come in that's gonna take over as the new Invincible, but that's not exactly what we're doing. And I think that having a superhero book that has a conclusion, I think is a very Invincible thing to do. I haven't quite grasped like what it's gonna be like, not having it be a part of my life.
Yeah, it's really weird. This is the first real thing that I've done in comics, so it's gonna be odd not working on it. This is my 10 hours a day for the last 12 years, so it's gonna be strange.
You know, it's fun to be able to look back and see what Mark and Eve's relationship is in the first few issues to what it is now, and see that growth over time. I'm pretty happy with how the series turned out.
Yeah, he's told me a few things that are gonna happen. It sounds like it's gonna be just awesome, so I'm really excited to draw some more. It's probably gonna be more of my favorite fight scenes that I can add to my list of favorite fights.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it wraps up.
I think fans are gonna be pissed. I do, man. We got some hungry fans for this stuff, man. They're gonna hate us.
Good.
Yeah, good.